You could definitely say that I grew up Disney. My dad got a job with Disney World. He was a meat and seafood buyer, and his claim to fame was that he was part of the team that brought the turkey legs into Disney. My parents used kind of the influence and inspiration of Disney to teach us life lessons. We would often go to the Magic Kingdom only to watch the fireworks for the night. My mom, she would tell me to look into the night sky when the fireworks were going off and to make a wish. And they said, okay, all of those wishes that you've been making upon all of those stars, now you need to be it. You have to do it. But with Disney World in my backyard, they also made opportunities tangible. I remember sitting in the audience of a taping of the Mickey Mouse Club and seeing the kids and thinking, oh my gosh, like they're just like me. If they can do it, I can do it too. Growing up around Disney and in Orlando definitely prepared me for Hollywood. There was a lot of filming and production going on there. I actually started auditioning a lot, and that's where I really learned, rejection. When I moved to LA, I mostly did on camera. It was my dream to be on the Disney Channel. I was able to be a recurring role on That's So Raven.
Alana feels that if you have a hand, you should put it in.
Growing up with the Disney princesses, I had a fascination with voiceover, and I so badly wanted to be just like Jodie Benson from The Little Mermaid. So quickly when I moved to LA, I asked my agent if they would send me out on voiceover auditions too. I didn't have any experience in voiceover, but I thought, hey, okay, voice acting is acting, hopefully they'll give me a try. And they started sending me out right away, and I booked a couple of commercials, and I was like, okay, wow, this is great, this is gonna be easy. Not so much. I auditioned for 4 solid years. Hundreds of auditions and didn't get anything. At this point, I was pretty discouraged, and my agent called and said that you have an audition for the new Star Wars show. And for me, I was shocked because that was the dream that I didn't even think to dream, because George Lucas was actually done making Star Wars. They said it was a new Star Wars animated show, and they wanted me to audition for Padme. And I was instantly excited and then instantly bummed because I knew I sounded nothing like Natalie Portman. And so I remember my agent said, you never know what could happen, just go in anyway. I'm glad I listened to him because they were also auditioning for this brand new character that nobody knew about called Ahsoka Tano. She was a 14-year-old girl, and after 4 long years of auditioning, I finally was cast as the voice of an animated character.
I'm Ahsoka? Master Yoda sent me.
Ahsoka Tano was the first female Jedi that was a lead in the Star Wars universe, and that was groundbreaking at the time. I remember just how shocked people were. They had no idea that Anakin Skywalker had a Padawan, much less that his Padawan was a 14-year-old girl. I definitely had to deal with my fair share of hate and negative comments and definitely cyberbullying when Ahsoka first came out. I remember at first I was crushed because I had to keep the secret for 2 years. Literally, I recorded the voice of Ahsoka for 2 years before it came out. And then it comes out and everyone hates her.
What became fascinating about Ahsoka was how she earned her credibility. She had to fight for it with the fans.
One thing the fans did not know was that she was almost already through season 2. And the way Dave Filoni had written the character, the way the development of where she was going to grow to. And that was the one thing, it was just, please just give it time. Give it time. I promise you're going to like the route that Dave has put Ahsoka on.
That was really a small subset of fans. And I started hearing from fans all over the world, accepting Ahsoka and welcoming Ahsoka and meeting all these little girls who loved Ahsoka. And no, I am not going to let the negative comments or the hate ruin the legacy that this character was going to leave. It was 2009, and my husband was a baseball player at the time, and he signed with the Toronto Blue Jays. So his career took us to Canada.
It was very selfless of her, because in LA, if you're not here every day, people don't come knocking down your doors like, please come back and audition. And so it was a role that she kind of stepped back to be with me. I was going through a lot of injuries with baseball.
Thankfully, I was still recording Star Wars and actively being a part of the Star Wars universe, but all of my agents and managers actually dropped me. They said, if you're not in LA and you're not making us any money, then you're no good to us. And I remember sitting in Canada, because of work permits and visas, I really even couldn't work there. And so I remember sitting back thinking, okay, well, I still have this massive platform for Star Wars. I want to do good with it. I wanted to make the Star Wars community a more accepting community for everyone to like Star Wars.
And kind of that's where the idea for Her Universe came out.
Her Universe is a fashion and lifestyle brand for fangirls because half of all sci-fi and fantasy fans are women and girls. I didn't realize I was hiding my fandom until later on when I became the voice of Ahsoka, and I wanted more Star Wars clothes made for me. They didn't exist. So that's kind of where the seed of Her Universe began. More importantly than the need for merchandise was the need for a community, because female fans were being bullied, and they were being bullied terribly for just liking what we do, liking these properties. This is no way to live your life. Being a Star Wars fan or being a sci-fi and fantasy fan, it's not a trend. It's literally a part of who you are. One of my mentors is Lynn Hale. She works at Lucasfilm, and I was sitting in Lynn's office, and I said, Lynn, I have a secret to tell you. I would like to apply for a license for Lucasfilm. And at that moment, Howard Rothman, who ran all of consumer products for Lucasfilm, happened to walk by her office. She was like, Ashley, stay right there. And she ran down the hallway after Howard. And all of a sudden, Lynn's assistant came in and said, Ashley, Lynn would like you to join her down in Howard's office. And I walk in, and there's Howard sitting at his desk, and Lynn sitting, in one of the chairs. And she said, okay, Ashley, Howard is willing to listen to your pitch. You have 10 minutes, go. And I had nothing prepared. Like, I didn't have a presentation. I literally had to just cram 9 months of research and hard work into a 10-minute pitch on the spot. Howard said, you know what? You've done everything we told you to do, and yes, we'll give you the opportunity. When Star Wars stands up and recognizes their female fans, everyone else was like, huh, okay, well, maybe we should start paying attention to our female fans too. I've been going to San Diego Comic-Con ever since 2007. I love watching all of the people and all of the fans, and I had just started Her Universe. And I remember watching fangirls walk up and down the hallways of San Diego Comic-Con, practically using the hallways as their runway. But not just in cosplay. They were using the hallways as their runway for original fashion. I knew that I had to give these fans an actual runway to walk on. I went to the Comic-Con International team. I said, look, you have this incredible convention, but you're not doing anything specifically to celebrate the fangirl culture at Comic-Con. And I said, I have an idea for you. I said, what if we put on a geek couture fashion show at Comic-Con? And I'm talking big, like it has to be straight from Fashion Week, like go big or go home. They were just like, okay, yeah, let's do it. And then fear set in. I wanted to provide a platform and provide an opportunity for these designers to have a professional design experience. So we turned it into a competition, and the winners actually won the opportunity to design a Her Universe collection for Hot Topic.
I have gone to the little boys section to try to find like t-shirts that are the ones that I want. So it's so exciting what you guys are doing with Her Universe.
They actually get a royalty for each piece sold. They're involved in every step of the process. Having merchandise made for women has definitely changed the community. Female fans have always been there. We just didn't always feel comfortable showing off our fandom because society had deemed that this world was just for the men and the boys. These properties are for everyone. Now I just think it's more accepted because there's so much merchandise for female fans to show off their fandom.
It's a feeling I never get used to see somebody just roaming the hallways in Her Universe or, dressed as Ahsoka.
I'm the one that actually would be like, oh, can I please take your picture? My wife plays that character. It's very humbling.
It's always that feeling of excitement and, just being so grateful. I mean, I've been going to conventions now with the fans since Clone Wars came out in 2008. I've met thousands upon thousands of fans, and I think the thing that just means so much to me is that I've had 10 years of following people's lives, because I see a lot of the same fans over and over again. I've had the opportunity to follow people on their journey of making their dreams come true. And so when they follow up and tell me what's going on, it really makes my day. I genuinely want to see all of the amazing things happening for them. And so I think that's what I'm most grateful for. And so it's not just one story, it's all of the stories, because all of the fans have made an impact on me.